Today we are going to the Grammy Museum. The special exhibit at the moment is Women in Country Music, and that includes Taylor Swift. So obviously we're going back. We have been here before. We came here, I think, our first trip to LA. Really fun inside. On the outside there's like what would you call it? A little circle saying the winners of the Grammys in the past, which are really fun. 3 of them obviously include Taylor, so that's really good. And yeah, we're just gonna go head in. Here we go. We have a replica of Taylor's Grammy performance back in 2021, where she did the amazing mashup of like Willow, August, maybe Cardigan. It was August William Cardigan, which is a combination with that, which is really cute. Gonna get a picture there. And then this is the dress she wore. Now, because there was just so much to see in the Grammy Museum, I've actually done a full vlog dedicated to it. You can check it out in the link in the description below. And now we are heading to the Academy Award and Motion Pictures Museum. We're here today at the Academy Award Museum here in LA. This is the only place we've been to that actually requires masks while you're indoors, regardless of vaccination status. So we've got our masks on. Yeah, we're just gonna go in here. We're just getting our tickets now. This is the entrance. It's a very big entrance, but there's not a lot of stuff in it. Don't really know much about this because I knew I wanted to come here, so I've not researched it because I want to kind of be surprised if there's anything good. But yeah, so if you can't hear me as well because the mask, just wearing it because that is the protocol, and basically everyone in here is wearing their mask. I really, really wanted to love this museum. I love films, I love watching them, and I was just really excited about this one. This is the one I really wanted to go to because it wasn't open last time we were in LA, and I was super disappointed about that. And I felt very let down, and I think there was kind of a few reasons for this. First up, I'm going to say it was kind of the masks. Obviously, I do very much support wearing masks, all that kerfuffle, but I think because it was the only place we had to wear masks. It is warm in LA, even when you're inside and stuff, it is warm, and because it's October 2022, when this was recorded, so we haven't really been wearing masks as much in the UK at the moment. So it was kind of getting used to wearing it again, just for a short time. And you couldn't even take it off for photos, which was a little bit disappointing. Obviously, I do completely understand it, don't get me wrong. But I feel that kind of added to a bit of the frustration, which is maybe why we didn't enjoy it as much. But I think the main reason we didn't enjoy it was the fact one of the big exhibits was shut. So I'd seen online that there was this dress from Midsummer, the flower one, and it was shut. So that part of the exhibit, that part of the museum, was being redone, and the tickets were still the same price. So I think it was $100 for all of us. So it was a little bit disappointing that a huge part, especially a part that we would like, because I think one of the best parts for us personally was probably the costumes, because it's quite good to see the costumes because you recognize them. So that was really disappointing that they didn't have that. Obviously, I understand museums, have to do new things and stuff, but it was rubbish that such a big part of it was shut. And then when we asked the staff oh, where's this dress, they were pretty rude about it. So I was just oh. So I think that kind of added to it as well, that the staff were kind of not the nicest. Obviously it could just be an off day for people, I do completely understand that, but I think that was kind of one of the reasons why we didn't enjoy it as much. Another one was just that there wasn't as much stuff for us. There was a lot of it dedicated to quite old films, and obviously again I completely understand that, but I've not seen a lot of these films, so obviously that's a me problem. I need to watch more old films, don't get me wrong, but yeah, there was a lot of stuff that I didn't know, which is why when we went into the costumes bit, that was definitely by far the best bit, because obviously I recognise a lot of the costumes. It was quite cool to see an Oscar, but unbelievably there was nowhere you could hold one, because when I've been to Paramount, and I think when I went to the Dolby Theatre where the Oscars are held, they give you the opportunity to get a picture with an Oscar, and I was surprised that they didn't have that photo op anywhere. It was very much, it wasn't a fun museum, if that makes sense. I was kind of expecting it to be a bit more fun, where it was quite serious. It was, I don't know if that makes any sense, but the museum was very much taking itself very seriously, which I wasn't really a huge fan of. But yeah, obviously this is all my personal opinion. You might have been and absolutely loved it, and I completely get that, don't get me wrong, but for us, it wasn't really for us. Again, in the future, I probably would go back, especially if they actually open the other exhibit again and they've got cool stuff in, but from this experience, we were very disappointed, to be completely honest. But again, it was good to see. We were just disappointed because it didn't really live up to my expectations. movie stuff. I definitely think if you're like a movie fan and how like movies work, this would be really good. But for me personally, as someone who just kind of like watches movies, it's not like the best thing in the world, like for me personally. But there's like lots of like artifacts and like old cameras and things you might really like if you're like into how films are filmed and into cinema. This reminds me of the start of Nope. Lots of old stuff. There's a light. And oh, you can. It's a dog. You can also do the Star Trek thing. I can't do anything else. Oh, you can do butterflies, but I need both hands for that, so imagine I've done a butterfly. We are here at the Academy Award Museum, and behind us there are lots of different Oscars for a variety of different things. We've got Shrek, the Moonlight Oscar, obviously that was kind of like with controversy about La La Land, everyone's seen that clip. There's Star Wars ones, To Kill a Mockingbird, there are absolutely all sorts, E.T. behind me. Yeah, it's very impressive to see such iconic Oscars for such iconic films just in the cabinets behind me. There we go, and now we just have a big backdrop of Mount Rushmore. I've never actually been to Mount Rushmore. I've always wanted to go though, ever since I saw the episode of Phineas and Ferb. I'm going to be quiet because it's quite quiet in here. Mount Rushmore, the backdrop of Mount. So it was quite quiet in there, so I don't want to talk too much, but basically that backdrop there of Mount Rushmore was from the Alfred Hitchcock film North by Northwest, and it was the original one from the film that they used, which is quite impressive to see. So far we've not actually seen like that much, so it's been a couple of props, a couple of like outfits, but the majority, a lot of it has been screens and pictures, so I'm hoping there will be more stuff from things I recognise, hopefully soon. But yeah, so far it's okay. It's okay, but I'm hoping to see more exciting things as well. Gone up a level and there is a Lego Oscar. That's quite cool. And there's also a little pop-up shop as well with different things. So this, thank you. So this there is a exhibit dedicated to Black cinema, and these are like all of the merch for the Black cinema stuff. There are some socks. They are $12. Oh, a pin. How much are pins? Pin, $10. Books, lots of books. Bags, hats. How much are hats? Hats are $45. That's quite expensive. A little finger puppet. A finger puppet magnet, $7.95. Oh, they're like the keys. I've seen them. That's a nice one. $12. The vinyl there. More books. Lots of books. Lots and lots of interesting books. Oh, that is beautiful. That's an absolutely stunning pin there. That is $10. Again, pins aren't too bad. I think the hat was the only one that was quite expensive, but everything else is quite reasonably priced. Okay, we've got to a section that I'll know about, and this is the animation section. So, oh my gosh, they've got Wallace and Gromit. So we've got Wallace and Gromit. I can't believe Wallace and Gromit are in the Academy Award Museum. Like, I understand because Wallace and Gromit are fantastic, but still wild. More there, and I'm gonna show you more. There's some Disney ones as well, which we like. So we have the Seven Dwarfs, and then we also have them from Inside Out. I don't actually like Inside Out because it makes me too sad. Up, we like Up, obviously. Frozen, I mean obviously Frozen had to be in here, didn't it? It's Frozen. Is that Buzz Lightyear? It kind of looks like Buzz Lightyear, so I'm gonna say it's Buzz Lightyear. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, this is just kind of like the animation section. So basically the Disney and Warner Brothers section. So this is a bit more me. I'm not really like a proper film nerd, but if you are a film nerd, you like the film stuff, you'll like this. But personally for me, I'm not a huge film like buff, so don't know everything, and I've not seen a lot of like the older ones. so much dedication to Shrek in here because I'm a big Shrek fan actually. Big Shrek fan. Fantastic movie. Okay, so we have got to the costume section. So behind me we have C-3PO, which is super cool. And there's also a few more. Again, it's quite quiet in here, so I'm trying to kind of speak low. Is this Black Panther? Yes, it is. So that is the Black Panther costume there. And there's more. R2D2. We've got R2. Just like being back in Disney. Some of these I don't recognise, obviously. There's a lot of films I realise I need to watch. That is horrifying. This is from A Space Odyssey, which I've never actually seen. And this is also from A Space Odyssey, which again, I've never actually seen. So that's disappointing for me. And then here, this one's quite impressive actually. Yeah, it's from Batman Returns, and it is like the prosthetic they use, so that's super, super cool. What have we got here? That's a big house. And this is from Batman Returns as well. That is a fantastic model. Look at that. That's amazing. What have we got here? Lord of the Rings. Another film I've not seen, unbelievably. I've never seen Lord of the Rings, but this is very detailed, but quite scary. See that there? You can see the ears as well. And then, well, I have seen this one. The Terminator. That's Arnie, alright. That's another real one. Look at that. You can see the wires as well. His ear on the top of his head. They're so detailed. That hair looks real. That's so cool. The eyes are creeping me out though. And the wires, and that's there as well. And here, you'll know this. I mean, even if you've not seen the film, Edward Scissorhands. Look at them. So they're like the gloves worn by Johnny Depp. What's this from? This is kind of cute. The Dark Crystal, 1982. That's old. I don't like the way it's looking at me. But just look at the detail of the hair on that and the skin. It's amazing. More props here. More from the Dark Crystal. And the detail on these is so impressive to like just get up really close and see them. Super cool. That is Jaws. I can't imagine there being any more of a famous shark than Jaws. Bit of a dangerous place to put it, just above the escalator, so I'm currently like just recording that behind me. You kind of can't see it. There you go, there's Jaws. And then we are carrying on upstairs. We are heading outside on the Barbara Streisand Bridge, saying to watch your steps, let's hope I do not trip. And this has a fantastic view of LA. Oh my god, look at that. It's my sister, hello. Oh my god, that's fantastic. That view is pretty impressive, and you can also just kind of sit. I think you can take your mask off here because people are taking their masks off because it's actually outdoors, whereas everywhere else you do have to wear a mask as of September 2022, and it's the only place in LA where we've had to do that. But that view is pretty impressive. There's Jaws. It's a bit easier to see going down the escalator. We love a good shark. I don't know if that's the one from the film. There's no like little prop to say if it is. I presume it is, but either way, that is Jaws, the shark. So I had actually seen some things about this. I'd seen some things about the Academy Award Museum, that they had the Midsummer dress and like Oz costumes and like load of really cool costumes and the Wizard of Oz stuff. Turns out that's shut. So the stuff we were most excited to see is shut. Overall, not very impressed. Again, if you like films, you might like this, but we came and we didn't really like this. The costumes, there wasn't as many as there was thing. Like obviously like one of the exhibits shut, that's fine, but it should be a bit cheaper maybe if an exhibit's shut, because like we paid like $25 and like it wasn't worth it for us. Maybe we should have done more research on that, but yeah, wasn't the best. After we just been to the Grammy Museum where like there was, you know, costumes and stuff, and, you know, lots of things. Even if you're not interested in the artist, it's interesting to see. This, I'd give it a miss. I was looking forward to it, and I've kind of been a bit like, maybe not. Lots of books. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's quite clever. How much is that? That is $16. Charlie Chaplin. Bit cheaper, $12. That's cute. Masters. UV Lovers Unite. $30. Oh, get out. Earrings, cufflinks. Earrings. $9.99. $9.98. That's quite good. But they are on a sale, so a little bit cheaper than normal. They're really good. And then here, I like the closed captioning series. Screams in Perfect Pitch, shop in Korean. How much are these? These are $14. The Academy Museum Los Angeles is $10. Not too bad prices, to be honest. More kind of just general pins. There's a limited edition at $12. More stuff. Lots of sale items, more pins. That's cute, it's quite heavy. $20. More around here. Posters, like little postcards for very famous movies there. And carry on. More specific merch for the Academy Museum Los Angeles. How much are these? These are $38. That's quite expensive for like a plain t-shirt. You'll like this. This is a storyboard workbook. So it's pretty much what it says on the tin. It's a storyboard workbook, which is quite clever. And that is, it's not on there. That's $24.99. And then also a shop list. The shop list looks like that. And that is $6.99. And the storyboard notebook. Very similar to that, but a bit more. And that is $12.99. Academy pens, jumpers, quite a nice colour that one. More stuff, there's TT there. A pocket colouring poster with like lots of different things. You can see some of them there, some of them very well coloured. Postcards, let's see if we can pick this up. Postcards do not have a price on them. Nope, no price on the postcards. Mug, magnets, how much are magnets? Magnets are $9, not too bad. Tote bag with the building on, that is $32. Pin, that's $10. And a cap is $28. And that was our trip to the Academy Award of Motion Pictures Museum. So as I've said, we didn't really have the best time. I think we were just disappointed for just a variety of different reasons, but I think the main one is the fact that like an exhibit we were really excited to see was unfortunately shut. It was $25 each, and I do think it was a little bit expensive for what it was, because a lot of the stuff was just on screens, which was quite like disappointing. The best stuff was the costumes, but again, it would have been good if the other exhibit was open, because we could have seen more costumes. Then we just kind of wandered around LA. I didn't record too much then, but we were going to Halloween Horror Nights. So I'll show you a couple of clips from Halloween Horror Nights, but I've actually done a full vlog of our trip to Halloween Horror Nights, and I will put the link for that as well in the description below. We are here at Halloween Horror Nights. This is our first time ever coming to Halloween Horror Nights. It's Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood. We're just down at the lower lot. We got early entry. We got in at about 5:30ish, and the houses don't open till 7. So it's just kind of a bit of wandering about at the moment, which is a little bit annoying because everything is shut. Basically, they shut all of the park, and then you have to have these wristbands. This is our wristband. Quite a few wristbands. There's Halloween Horror Nights on it. And yeah. The rides are still, like, some of them are still open, but not like to join the queue, but the people who joined the queue before are there. Behind me, you may have just been able to hear, is the Jurassic Park ride, or Jurassic World ride, a very loud one as it comes down that drop. But yeah, excited to see what this is, because obviously we've never done this before, so it's brand new, super exciting to do. because obviously like we didn't know the last one as well, but this one we know because we know Michael Myers. We love Halloween. That was fun. That was fun. I like that one. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. Let me know if you went to the Academy Award Museum or the Grammy Museum, or if you've been to Halloween Horror Nights, any of these things, let me know in the comments below. That'd be super cool. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. That'd be super cool. And if you're returning here, thank you so much for returning. That is also super cool as well. Again, thank you so much and have a great day.